What's up, Planet Changers? Hope you are doing all and well in your homes. As you know, we've been on the book of Daniel and we've been moving through it. Today, we're on chapter 6, so we'll be going through the lion's den. Make sure you keep your ears peeled as we watch this little skit, and don't forget there will be questions after this, so make sure you're ready. This is Daniel, who was a Jewish man who was taken to Babylon at a very young age. Daniel loved God and followed all his rules. He would often pray 3 times a day and ask for help. Daniel served in the Babylonian king's court for many years. Under many kings, he always proved himself more capable than other court officials. Daniel was working under King Darius, and because of his great abilities, King Darius planned to make him leader of the entire empire. The other court officials grew jealous and tried to find a flaw in Daniel. Daniel was faithful, trustable, and completely hardworking. They found the only way to get at Daniel was to challenge his faith. So they went to King Darius.
"Excuse me, Your Majesty,"
and advised him to make a law for the next 30 days. Anyone who praises anyone else rather than King Darius himself should be thrown into the lion's den. King Darius was in agreement and signed the law. Once a king signs a law, it cannot be taken back or overtaken. When Daniel heard of this law, he went home and prayed. He opened his windows towards Jerusalem and started praying to God. He prayed 3 times a day, as usual, praying to God and thanking him and asking for help. The other court officials found him praying and spoke to the king about it. So they ran to the king and reminded him of the law. They said they found Daniel praying to God on his knees every day 3 times. Because the king cared for Daniel, he tried to find help or a way to help. When the king heard this, he was very upset. He tried to find a way to help Daniel. He spent the whole day thinking and finding a way to try and help and save Daniel.
"Wait, what?"
By the end of the day, the court officials returned to the king and reminded him that any law signed by the king himself cannot be overruled. In a saddened face, the king ordered Daniel away into the lion's den. As they arrived to the den, the king then said to Daniel, "May your God, who you serve faithfully, save you." Daniel was then tossed into the den, sealed shut with no way outside. The king spent the night fasting and worrying for Daniel. Then morning came. The king then hurried to the den and shouted, "Was your God able to rescue you from the lions?" Daniel replied, "Long live the king. My God has sent his angels to shut the lions' mouths, so that they would not hurt me, for I have been found innocent in his eyes." Then the king ordered the men who schemed against Daniel to be thrown into the lion's den. Daniel was saved. There was not a single scratch on him, for he put his trust in God. The king was very happy with this. He then ordered immediately for Daniel to be taken out of the lion's den. Amazing video, wasn't it? What I got from it was, when you put your full trust in God, praying every day and giving him thanks and asking for help, he fully has you covered. So the moral of this one is, trust God and he's got you covered.